Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play another dating simulator thing I found on itch.io that's a Gravity Falls related to, and it's about a certain triangle. And this is after I found someone like on their person made one of the Gravity Falls, like the stand one. Like, oh, they're with the fandom. I thought there would be no one about triangle. No, there was. This is from 2018. This game is rated for teens and contains violent language, adult themes, and use of alcohol. Players' discretion is advised. It was a warm July evening. The sun was just barely up, giving the pine trees around you a pinkish glow in them. After a long trip, you guzzled some water and wiped some sweat off your brow. You were in Oregon, the place where the infamous Bill Cipher statue was. And for the first time in your life, you were going to see him in person. You troll up to the path that lay deep in the pine wood, and you notice a small gray hand sticking out from the bushes. Here you decide to take a closer look. It was him. And you can't get the statue anymore over there in Oregon because I think Alex has it. His statue laid there, mostly his body somewhat cracked and patched with glowing moss, his limbs mostly gone, all except for the hands that shook him forward. And his eye, probably as big as your head, would seem all is there. You searched around, and there for a bit, seeing this treasure chest was taken, or even if it was there at all. After all, you were the first to find him. After you found the treasure and the fake, seeming mysterious gold coins, you stare at the statue, wondering what to do next. You receive a fake gold coin from your bag. You receive a fake gold coin in your bag. You end up taking a picture with the statue like any modern-day person would. Afterwards, you stare at him, his small hand. Before the hunt for the statue started, you remember the rules. Said peacefully not to shake the hand. Still, you can't help but wonder what would happen if you do. Shake the hand? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Look at that, it's actually clever. Because that is a reference inside the game for Maple's thing, so absolutely. Decide as if you had no other choice to shake the hand. Within the instant, the statues changed before your eyes, from a dull gray to the shining yellow gold. Too shiny, in fact, that you sort of had to shield your eyes from the sun's glimmering and reflecting from it. His hand had turned back to the way he was in the show. Bow tie, top hat, his arms and legs, but most importantly, his big, somewhat cat-like eye was all shown before you. When he transformation was finally done, he floated close to the ground, wide-eyed and suddenly frightened. It hardly seemed to be like he knew you were there. I'm alive. Holy heck, I'm actually survived that punch. He started his hands shaking from excitement until you backed away a bit and stepped on a small branch while doing so. He flinched now, coming into the realization that he wasn't alone. He stared for you, shot a bit scared. He waved his hand around to see how you react. He noticed your eye following his hand. So, So you could see me, huh? He mumbled to himself, his hands somewhat shaky. Guess I'm still in the physical form, even after all of that mess. The demon blinks a few times, puffs up his chest, and strains his bow tie and speaks. Well, kid, you sure took your sweet time here, but I'm glad you found me. Feels like I've been stuck here for ages. He turned around and started to float away, waving at you with one hand. Later, sucker. When you both turn around, when you both turn and look at your wrist, a faint glow of what looked like a transparent chain binds you to. Wait, a chain? How in the world did that get there? Bill now seemingly in the plate once again. Now Bill seemingly to once again lose his composure, started to frantically try to free himself from the chain. No. I spent years stuck in a stupid rock, and now this. As dream demons panic, you stood there, wondered what to do. Should I calm him down? I guess I'll just try to calm the creepy demon out of nowhere. I decided to try to calm him down. He stopped trying to free himself from the chains and looked at you like you were nuts. Calm down, calm down. Do you have any idea what the chains means, kid? He held up the chains as he was playing bizarre version of show and tell. This means we're soul bond. It means I'm stuck with you for life. He dropped the chain. With a sign, his tension eased a bit. Thanks anyway for trying, kiddo. Well, since I'm stuck with ya, I might as well get to know ya. What's your name, anyway? Oh no. Batman. Oh no, this... Bruce Wayne. Also, what do you go by? You a guy, girl, non-binary, pal, what? Oh, Tumblr. I love it. I think this is Tumblr too. I'm gonna go sheet her. So you're the girl, huh? Understandable. A girl that named themselves after a guy character, yeah. So tell me, Bruce Wayne, what brought you up here in the first place? How did you know I was even here? He stood there, quiet for a moment. How do you tell someone you saved them because you knew them from a show? As it was, the whole scenario was too surreal to even believe it was happening. You go to Alfred, it's like, hey Alfred, I have a demon now. But bizarre as it was happening. As you started off into space, Bill started rummaging through your things and took out your purchase copy of the journal. It's still in good shape, and even has its store-bought cover on it. Oh, what have we? No, what have we, huh? Why do you have a copy of Fortsy's old journal? And why does it look new? It's clear that he has no idea where he is, or the fact that he exists to you. He's gonna learn eventually anyway. But after events so far, the two mental breakdowns, I'm not really sure if he can take more surprising news right now. Tell him what's up, lie to him, and distract him with a compliment. I'm gonna totally just tell him what's up. He'd get mad if you lie. Anyway, he finds out. You decide to tell him the origin of the book, who wrote it, and why you know of Bill in the first place. He floats there, still staring strangely at you. So you tell me that. You nod. That I come from a show? You nod once more. The man with the silly goatee and a love for a plaid maid, and he made this stupid replica of the diary also? He nodded for a third time. He seems to look at you like he came from a mental world. Haha, very funny. So funny, in fact, that I almost believe you. If that was true, why the heck is my statue here, huh? He said that he tossed you the book and tugged the chain, as if you were a dog in his leash. Anyway, what's the hold up, kiddo? Are you gonna stand here in the forest till dark, or are we gonna go get move on? As the twilight fades into the starry night, you notice the vents you're experiencing right now can't be undone. You didn't really expect to be even out here for this long, but given the current events, it's not like there was anything that you could do about it. You notice that Bill, the very being that you chained to, looked doubtful on the situation both of you were in. Even if he is a psychotic dream demon, and you've known him throughout the show, you realize that you may need to get to know the real him to gain his trust. You start playing up some options. How is he? Consolations? Hungry? Let's get a movie then. Consolations? You tell I keep Bill entertained by asking him what the constellations are up to tonight. Theo rolls his eyes, and a moment before he mentioned something about seeing the summer triangle. He glanced at you for a moment before turning his glance upward. Oh, you mean that? That formed by Otome, it happened to be the brightest star in the three constellations of... okay. He seems to be interested in the subject, despite that you just looked it up on the net. Good thing, didn't think of you. By the way, you caused it's a triangle doesn't mean it's gonna impress me more. You must have looked that up, didn't you? After a small moment, he let an awkward cough. Yep, seems like any hopes of wooing him might go down the drain. He tried to think something else to might work. How is he? You're trying to ask him the triangle how he is. I don't know, give him some sort of comfort, I guess. The replica's he replies with a skeptical sort of look. What's it look like? I'm chained up to life of a chained to a lifetime of misery thanks to you. Doesn't look too good, now does it? Probably not the best time to bother him about the situation. Hungry? You asked Bill if he would like to get some grub, or at least eat something just for the sake of travel. Bill was I. Well, human food, I'd love to. Not. Why? Well, that doesn't work. What else? Let's get moving. Seeing that no other option was useful in the slightest, he asked him that maybe it would be better I did get out of the woods. Yeah. Seems like it's the only good plan your head can come up with. Come on, this way. And as soon as he leads the way to somewhere, at the point the sun had almost set completely, leaving them walking in the dark almost. Plus, God, the forest was so incredibly thick it was hard to walk through it all. Well, hard for you anyway, not for Bill. He, the other hand, was completely phasing through everything that touched him. Everything, of course, except for the chains binding you to him. It was strange somehow. You were even chained together, and yet there really was no feel to it at all. Like it was some sort of hologram. As he led the way, you were too busy, distracted in thought, when suddenly you slipped over the edge of a gravel below you, right into a not so conveniently placed hole. Bill reluctantly is pulled and falls with you. Where's Wayne? Watch out! After the instant shock of falling, the demon flustered and he tries to yank your chain up, but sadly it was unsuccessful. Ah, why won't you move? Bill flustered that all he could do was be pulled down by you, and luckily was dragged down into the seemingly like of the endless hole. There was a good minute of yelling, and mostly by your part, and partly by Bill, before the internal shock passed and your throat grew sore. Guess you were gonna be here for a while. Bill floated into the darkness, and after a good while, you calmed down some. After a bit of jesting, the fall became easier to get used to. Demon in front of you, of course, flowing with ease, seemed he was used to falling already. What? From the expression, you could easily tell he was habituated. You okay? Bill blinks slowly, and a question looking at you foolishly. Yeah, perfectly dandy. I mean, we're stuck together for less than an hour, and somehow you managed to make us fall into the hole. Which thanks for that. By the way, I'm so grateful. He scoffs at you, floating there in silence. Technically, what all had happened wasn't really your fault. Yet you couldn't help but feel he was blaming you for everything. Guess you really should have been more careful. Before either of you could speak, another word, a small light, remained before you, a miracle circle of light growing bigger and bigger as you fall. Within moments, you remembered that you were still falling, and there was a strong possibility that there could be color. There could be a cold, hard ground you met at the end of it. Your intuitive reaction was to close your eyes, hold your hand, and scream as you fell for the invisible. But you tugged the chain until you could grab onto him. He was a demon and could probably survive the fall, but it was always better safe than sorry. Plus, you were pretty terrified and needed to grab onto something. Screams filled the dark hole as you both fell closer and closer to your doom. Let's hope either of you could survive this. The end. Okay, that was Love Triangle. If you like my content, subscribe, like, help out, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.